I now give the floor to Portugal. Yes, His Excellency Rui Machiete, Minister of State and Foreign Affairs of Portugal. Portugal. Thank you.
Mr. President, Excellencies, I am both honored and pleased to attend this important event at a key stage towards the attainment of the Millennium Development Goals. It seems fit to reflect on lessons learned and how to intensify efforts regarding the implementation of these common goals. I am happy to commend efforts made by the United Nations system and by the United Nations Secretary General. We consider the United Nations Secretary General's report as an important contribution for this discussion. Critical challenges will be faced in the near future. I would like to highlight the goals that should be especially addressed, stemming from the current MDG setting and taking into account the new and evolving international context. We need a more comprehensive agenda encompassing the three dimensions of sustainable development: economic, social, and environmental, without losing sight of poverty eradication as its fundamental goal. We should also aim at achieving a universal framework applicable to all countries, but adapted to different settings. Least developed countries and fragile states should deserve special attention. We should also mainstream human rights in the future agenda, including the reduction of inequalities, as the current MDG framework lacks a clear human rights perspective. Special attention should be given to promoting gender equality and empowering girls and women. Mr. President, as the United Nations Secretary General outlined in his Education First initiative, education is essential for human development. It empowers people with the knowledge, skills, and values they need to build a better life. In this context, the human right to education has a decisive place. Portugal views universal access to quality education for children, especially girls and women, as absolutely fundamental. To this effect, under the Global Education First initiative, the Millennium Edu project, which includes several Portuguese companies, is developing a range of communication and technology tools to address the requirements of education. Health should also take center stage in this debate. The most vulnerable deserve special attention. Girls' and women's sexual and reproductive health and rights, strongly linked to matters of equality and human dignity, will need to be addressed. Mr. President, recalling the Rio +20 outcome document, allow me to underline the need for ensuring sustainable use and conservation of the oceans. I particularly welcome recent discussions on the development of an international instrument regarding marine biological diversity beyond areas of national jurisdiction. Portugal expects that the United Nations General Assembly will be able to take a positive decision in this regard during its next session. The human right to water and sanitation is also an integral part of the three interrelated dimensions of sustainable development and deserves our continued attention. Mr. President, to conclude, let me address the need to move away from the traditional North-South divide. To this end, it is essential to engage emerging donors as well as public and private actors. Reinforcing the rule of law, security and peace, transparency and accountability at all levels should remain high in our agenda. As political and economic agents and leaders, it is our commitment to strive for common solutions towards a better and more equitable world. I assure you, Mr. President, that Portugal will continue to be actively engaged in the debate of the future developments agenda. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your statement.